I have a question for you, and I want you to be honest with yourself. If right now you walked into your office and pulled open the bottom drawer, what would you find inside? Is it an expensive set of paints that you only used once? Is it a foreign language learning account that expired last year and you never even finished the first lesson? Or is it a novel you planned to write but only made it through the first 3 chapters? We call that place the graveyard of good intentions. If you want to help people out there, people who are also struggling with unfinished projects, find a way out of this stuck place, give this video a like. One small action from you could be the signal that helps someone completely change the way they work. Most of the time, we look at that mess with a sense of shame. You blame yourself for being lazy, undisciplined, or think something is wrong with you. But what if I told you that way of thinking is completely wrong? The truth is, the ability to finish things is not a natural talent. It is not genetic, and it is not something only successful people have. It is a technical skill, just like driving a car or typing on a keyboard. And because it is a skill, it can be learned. Today, I want to share with you the story of a young carpenter named Liam and the 30-day method of his teacher Elias. This is not just a fable. It is a behavioral psychology model that helps you understand exactly why we give up, and more importantly, how to stop doing that. Starting today, let us travel to a small village where there is a woodworking shop full of potential, but empty of results. Liam is 28 years old, and he is the most talented carpenter in the area. He has skilled hands and an exceptional sense of design. Liam can look at a rough piece of wood and immediately see a beautiful dining table or an intricate sculpture inside it. But Liam's workshop is a disaster. People call it the Museum of Wasted Potential. There is a 3-legged chair that has been waiting for its 4th leg. For 6 months, there is a beautifully carved wardrobe with no doors, and dozens of other projects covered in dust. Whenever neighbors walk by and ask Liam when the bookshelf will be finished, he always gives an awkward smile and says one very dangerous word: soon. He tells himself he just needs a bit more inspiration, or that he should clean his workbench first. If you have ever used the word soon to delay your own dreams, and you want to help others escape this sweet trap, leave a comment saying soon below so we can break this curse together. Liam's problem is not laziness. Neuroscience calls this addiction to beginnings. When Liam starts a new project, his brain releases dopamine, a hormone that creates excitement. The early stage feels like a honeymoon. Everything is perfect in his imagination. No sawdust, no mistakes. But once real work begins, difficulties appear, and his brain immediately screams, quit, and find something more fun. And then the turning point arrives. One spring morning, the mayor's daughter comes to see Liam. She is about to get married and wants to order a hand-carved oak chest as a wedding gift for her husband. This is a life-changing opportunity. Liam accepts immediately, with overwhelming excitement. For the first 2 weeks, he works like a madman, choosing wood, sketching, sanding. But then, he accidentally sees a picture of a small jewelry box. In an old book, he thinks to himself, "This will be quick. It will only take 2 days. I will do this to change things up, then come back to the chest." This is the trap. Liam abandons the difficult chest to chase the quick win of the small box. But the small box gives birth to an idea for a picture frame. And just like that, time slips away, like water through fingers. The wedding day arrives. Church bells ring in the distance, while the chest still sits in the corner of the workshop, with no lid, no lock, and unfinished carvings. Liam loses money, loses his reputation, and most importantly, he loses respect for himself. He collapses onto the floor and cries, not because of the money, but because he realizes he is a man who only ever finishes half of things. In despair, Liam walks to the edge of the village, to the small wooden house of the master named Elias. Elias is an old carpenter, famous for his silence and his flawless work. When Liam enters, he sees Elias holding a block of wood, carving a spoon. Liam asks, "Master, I have talent, I have ideas, so why can I not finish anything?" Elias does not answer right away. He stops carving when the spoon is only half formed and holds it up. He asks, "If I stop now, what do I have?" Liam replies, "You have a beginning, a spoon with potential." Elias shakes his head. "No," Elias says firmly. "If I stop now, I only have a ruined piece of wood." This is the most painful lesson Liam has ever heard. An unfinished project is not potential. It is wasted resources. Until the spoon can scoop soup, it is nothing more than a piece of wood that has been cut apart and made worthless. If you want this powerful message about the ruined piece of wood to reach people who need to hear it, so they learn to respect their own effort, press like right now to share this lesson. Elias then explains to Liam the concept of the wilderness zone. Every project begins with excitement and ends with pride. But in the middle is the wilderness zone, where everything becomes boring, difficult, and exhausting. We often think boredom is a signal to quit, but Elias teaches that boredom is not a flaw. It is a required part of the process. To help Liam escape this cycle, Elias introduces the 30-day method with 3 golden rules. Rule 1 is simplicity. Do not try to rebuild the great chest right away. Choose the smallest, simplest project that has been abandoned in the workshop. The goal is not to create a masterpiece. The goal is to prove to your brain that you are capable of finishing. Rule 2 is daily contact. Motivation is like the weather. Sometimes sunny, sometimes rainy. You cannot build a house based on a weather forecast. You must touch the project every day. Do not skip a single day. For 30 days in a row. Rule 3 is the 10-minute rule. This is the secret weapon. You only need to commit to working for 10 minutes. Why 10 minutes? Because our brain has a part called the amygdala that detects fear. When you think about working for 4 hours, the amygdala triggers fear and procrastination. But 10 minutes is not scary. It helps you overcome the initial static friction. And once you start, most of the time, you will keep going longer. Liam returns home and chooses a small, unfinished stool. Day 1, he works for 10 minutes. Day 2, he works for 10 minutes. By day 5, the real challenge appears. A brilliant idea for a mirror flashes through his mind. His hands itch to abandon the boring stool and start the mirror. But remembering Elias' words, he forces himself to return and sand the stool for exactly 10 minutes. On day 23, something magical happens. The stool is finished. It is not a world-class masterpiece, but it is done. Liam sits on the stool, feels its strength, and cries again. But this time, they are tears of release. He realizes he is not broken. He was simply never taught the skill of crossing the wilderness zone. 6 months later, the mayor's daughter returns to place another order for a wedding anniversary. And this time, Liam finishes the chest on time. The story of Liam is not really about carpentry. It is a story about me and about you. It is the story of anyone who ever started something with burning passion, but let it slowly fade into unfinished work. The truth is, finishing is not magic. It is a skill that can be trained to help you never fall into the quitting trap again. Remember the 3 hard lessons that Master Elias taught. First, accept the difficulty of the middle stage. You need to understand that the middle of every project is designed to be boring and difficult. When you feel frustrated or want to quit, do not treat it as a sign that you chose the wrong path. Treat it as a sign that you are on the right path, because you are walking through the wilderness zone where every successful person must pass. Second, done is always better than perfect. Remember the ruined piece of wood. One simple project, fully completed, is worth thousands of times more than 10 great ideas that only live in your head. Lower your standard for perfection. Raise your standard for completion. Third, consistency beats motivation. If you only work when you feel inspired, you will work about 10 days a year. Rely on discipline. Rely on the 10-minute rule to keep the flywheel spinning, even on your most exhausted days. And now, I have a challenge for you. Look around your life. Do not rush to chase big goals. Do not try to write the great novel today. Find your stool. It might be the half-read book on your nightstand, the garage you never finished cleaning, or the folder that has been left incomplete. Choose just one thing, the smallest possible thing, and commit to the 30-day method. For the next 30 days, touch it every day, even if it is only 10 minutes. Because the final goal is not finishing the task. The real goal is changing your identity. The moment you complete one small thing, you prove to your brain that you are a person who finishes. You are not a failure. You were simply never taught this skill. But today, everything changes. If you want to spread this powerful mindset to the people you care about, so they can reach their goals too, press like on this video now, because it is the fastest way to share real value. And right now, I want you to leave a comment below. Write the name of one specific project that you commit to finishing. In the next 30 days, we will hold each other accountable and keep that promise. Remember, do not start new things anymore. Start finishing what you already have. Go find the spoon inside your piece of wood. Goodbye, and I will see you at the finish line.